The article that I chose is called Becoming Multicultural, a Recursive Process of Self and Social Construction, and it was written by Terry Ford and Cynthia Dillard. The article is pretty much trying to, tell us how to be multicultural and bringing out the importance of being multicultural. At the beginning of the article, it talks about classrooms becoming more diverse no matter where you live. And that for teachers and students of different color or different race, multiculturalism is more than being born a person of color or race. To most people, being multicultural is a process that a person evaluates and believes in multiple ways, but these authors disagree. They say that there is 4 phases of becoming multicultural. The process of becoming multicultural must begin with the personal self. The 4 phases are construction of self as object, deconstruction through critical self-reflection, critical social consciousness, and critical social political action. Ethnic identity is one of the ties that forms the identity of the core self, and socialization is a two-way interaction because society shapes us and we shape society. And then it goes on to talk about how the past is a crucial part of the perception of self, and to completely be multicultural, one must deconstruct their view of self-object and rebuild it to an image of self as subject. So pretty much in phase 2, they talk about how you need to take the view that you have of yourself and turn it into the view that the other person has, and get to really, and stop seeing yourself as the majority and start seeing yourself as the minority. And then under the 3rd phase, critical social consciousness, it suggests that no matter the race you are, that you follow the social rules of the dominant race. So the minority always in schools ends up with less. Not really saying like they don't have as many school supplies as the majority, or they don't get treated as well. Well, some kids might not get treated as well. But I think that this article is saying that they're not treated the same as other kids, like by other kids. Maybe not by teachers or higher power, but by kids that they go to school with, their peers. And it says that critical social consciousness is defined as a process where we stop seeing ourselves as objects, but as subjects. Then lastly, the 4th phase says that all actions are political because all of them symbolically represent our way of viewing the world. An individual's view of personal self influences the way actions of others are perceived. And then at the end of the article, I just put in my own words, and it says pretty much that maybe if we could all take the time to put ourselves in other shoes for a second, long enough to actually learn something about their culture, we would all be better off and we could all be multicultural. And that's my article.